Hello and welcome back to Off the Beaten Quest, a D&D actual play where the people are made up and the nerdiness doesn't matter. There's a lot of actual plays out there, but you chose this one, and we're glad you did, and you should be glad too. I'll turn it over to my wife, Allie, for some announcements.
Hi, I'm his wife, Allie. See? Got it in there. In case you didn't know already, we are an affiliate here on Twitch, and if you would like to, you can use your Amazon Prime subscription to sub to our channel. That'd be cool. We do have a lot of new stuff. You've probably seen roll out new different ways to use your channel points and all that. Caroline's probably still rolling out new art because she has no self-control when it comes to drawing cute things. In addition to being able to sub to our Twitch channel, you can also support us via like over on YouTube. And also, this is smooth. This is absolutely how this is supposed to go. You can also support us by buying us a coffee on Ko-Fi. We are currently doing a fundraiser to get us new microphones, so we don't have this situation. So you can support us over there. As little as $1 would be a huge help. So thank you. And then if you want access to all of our other social medias and our character playlists that we all have a bunch of, these two are clearly bopping around dancing to at the moment. You can visit our link tree. So thank you. Goodbye.
Also, if you want to redeem a certain amount of bits that we are going to have by this point in the future, because we're coming to you from the future, speaking to you in the past.
The future.
There is this lovely thing that you may see in or off screen, we don't know. It's a gumball machine, essentially, where it has a D20 in it. And if you redeem a certain amount of bits, you can have a additional D20 per session pulled out that they can use per one of their rolls. So yeah. What?
I just looked over at Brendan and he was like, Jesus Christ.
I almost coughed.
Oh, okay.
So I had to.
See, we're definitely not scripted, so without further ado, enjoy tonight's episode of Off the Beaten Quest. All right. Last we left our adventurers, they endured the Ashen Labyrinth, and through some trials and tribulations, they made it to the final chamber where Ira agreed to take on the sins of Roman. This seemed to bring life back into his fiery eyes as they exited the labyrinth. Upon exit, they stumbled upon the Flogethra, or the river that burns backwards, and standing in the center is a shadowed-out Jax. In some attempts, Ira got close enough to him, but vanished into a shadowy dust. Roman did the same when attempting to cast something towards Jax. But before we rejoin our adventurers, we shall backtrack just a little bit. Let me set the mood.
Why are y'all looking at me?
Because he looked at you.
Yeah.
So, we rewind way back to the moment Jax was struck down at the steps of the Tan Palace. As his face lay on the ground, eyes wide, a very intense zoom into his eyes as we wander inward into Jax's subconscious. Jax begins to fall into a deep, black expanse. Now I'm going to speak in character for the majority of the rest of this. I look around and I fell through massive clouds of smoke that opened up to a wide and rocky molten expanse. Covered in shadows and glowing reds and oranges, the ground rapidly approaching. All of this happening in a literal matter of seconds. Instead of impacting on the ground, I fell as though a continuation of the fall I took when being struck by the spell. Fuck. As I landed on the ground, I get up and I look around as I brush myself off. I look around me, there are massive fields and a wide, crowded line walking out the shingled rocks towards an immense gate. Huge, blackened sentinels stand beside me, essentially shoving me into the line.
Get a move on.
Shoves me forward. I try to respond, but it's almost as if my feet have a mind of their own, and I have no breath. I look around to see the faces of broken and decrepit people, those who lost hope. I try to speak again, but it's almost as if words are unable to form, and we march on. Our footsteps like a symphony walking across the obsidian glass and basalt plains towards the massive gate where most of those sentinels stand at guard. I look as I'm taken by one of the sentinels to a heavy set of golden long grass fields. The moment I enter into the field, it's like being hit with a ton of pressure and resistance. Each of my steps growing heavy. My vision begins to cloud as I begin to see things like passing moments. Views from under a bed as I hear the screams of my parents. The countless beatings from Vaughn, who was supposed to be my mentor. Watching atop the ship as Selendor is murdered by the Lich. Staring in the darkened inn room at the lifeless body of Yoon. And watching as Thanatura strikes down Lukiel. The weight of all this causes me to fall to my knees as this three-faced ethereal spirit wafts over to me, its head cocked in confusion and intrigue. It reaches its hand out as if helping me to my feet, and the moment I touch its hand, I feel as though I'm split into 3 parts, as I feel myself almost fractured beneath my skin. The spirit looks at me and says, "We see the truth, burdened soul." Its face spins once more.
The fear of failure and darkness.
And it kind of spins kind of all the way around to the third face.
The facade of strength wrapped around pain and shame.
I pull my hand away as it seems to analyze and mutter to itself before wafting over to someone else near me. For a moment, as I wander this field, I see thousands of people aimlessly wandering with expressionless faces throughout the field. I walk for what seems like forever. No end in sight. Visions endlessly playing on loop in my head and in my eyes. My body, I feel it moving, but it's as if I'm possessed. The disheveled people around me walking in the same direction, all cutting through this golden grass. After what seems like days passing by, my mind now falling numb to the things that I'm seeing. I feel my foot hit what feels like water. My body slows. And I look down and I'm standing in a river of lava and fire, flowing in reverse. Yet I don't stop. There are countless others wading into this river, some falling under its current, others struggling to cross. I move like I weigh 1,000 pounds. It's as if the world around me is nothing but a blur in my vision, and I attempt to look down at my hands, and all I see is a dark spot of endless black, starting at my finger and spreading up my arms and across my whole body. The world around me slants and skews like a horizon point perspective, drawing the light to a pinprick into the distance. And in a flash, my vision returns, and I see an entire room of shifting mirrors. The air is cold. I'm surrounded by hundreds of reflections, each a twisted, mocking version of myself, as I see myself as a child. I slowly shrink down to sit on the ground and clutch my knees to my chest, trying to bury my face to shield from the onlooking faces. Faces jeering at my fear, my doubt, my longing for a family that was never truly mine. The illusions all whisper worst fears, that I was nothing without the tribe, that every kindness I ever felt was a lie, and that I would always be a mask and never a real person. A snap of silence as I look up and see different versions of myself, different forms that I took to commit the various tasks the tribe sent me on. All sinister looking as their hands begin to break the mirror's surface and begin to reach out to me. I scream for it all to stop, but it seems I'm trapped. And this is where we're going to rejoin our adventurers. Well,
Okay.
at least one anyway. So, Ira, you wake up in your family home as you come to. In the distance, you hear a set of daggers clanging in repetition. What do you do?
I think she would get up and like put on her robe.
Okay. I mean, you're not in any room specifically. You're just like in one of the hallways of their house.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I heard something crashing. Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and investigate regardless.
Okay. You wander a bit as you try to draw closer to the sounds. You see your younger self sparring with your brother. He seems to be whispering words kind of amidst the fight of plans, the notions.
How old is younger?
I would say this is the equivalency of like an elf, the elf equivalency of like 10.
Okay.
So essentially in elf years. I don't know the ratio. We'll figure that out. But he's talking about the plans he has to find other people of Marian bloodline, potentially trying to recruit people in the Port of Mar that are Marian to kind of a lot of things about reclaiming your heritage. A lot of kind of fanatic talk, essentially, in this case. Things that he had been saying for a while that you never really thought anything of, at least at that age. And then he talks about leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch this interaction kind of going through, and he says, "Why don't you come with me?" And the younger version of you stops, almost in like this angry kind of reactionary way. And in that hesitation, he continues to swipe towards the younger self, but given your young kind of prowess, you're able to dodge at that age, but you take a slice to the side of your cheek.
Mhm.
As your brother sees the blood drawn, he stops and essentially kind of storms off.
Mm.
And I would think in that moment, you seeing that moment that you had remembered for a long time ago, you would feel like where you have it on the side of your face that's kind of covered up by some like flowing hair or off to one side. What do you do?
I think in her head, she's probably playing back through that and the conflict of what would be a 10-year-old
Mm-hmm.
of why would we go? Right? Like, all my friends are here. Like, my home is here. All my animals are, like, why would I want to, like, leave?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why all I would think all she would assume is that anything that's not here is not good. Because again, she's 10. She doesn't.
Mm-hmm. So, to be clear, you
International
in
politics
your
isn't a
body
thing.
in yourself, you're watching your 10-year-old self.
And I think that she is thinking back on being that age
Gotcha,
and
okay.
having those thoughts.
Okay.
She has a lot more pieces to the puzzle now.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think my interactions with 10-year-olds, they're smart. They don't have that kind of foresight.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Ira now does. Ira then did not.
What else?
I think I want to follow the brother if I can.
Okay.
See where he's going. What happened with the fallout of that.
Okay. So you pass by your younger self, and essentially venture down the hallway. Go ahead and make a perception check to see what you see.
Got more water on my shirt than I did. Or I wanted the water. 19.
19. Essentially where you guys were sparring is something, it's just like a...
Is it the spot where Roman and Ira had sparred when they were in Portimar? So like that hilltop?
No, this is inside the palace. So like there's like a special spot, like kind of almost this like open kind of space that like either would be a training room or it would be used for like banquets on a different type of scenario that's just kind of empty at this moment. Kind of almost like when you look at like a ballroom in a hotel that's not being used, it's very empty. There's no table set up or anything. It's kind of like that. I think very much like Game of Thrones when Arya was being trained. Yeah. You venture down this hallway and you see him kind of just like storming off down towards either what would be remembered to be either where his room was or just where all like the bedrooms kind of reside. And then he disappears into the shadows. It's almost like there's like a shadowy part that's kind of like covering the train, like what you would see to be next, because there's light and things like that, but there seems to be nothing. There seems to be just like a darkened kind of expanse at the end of this hallway.
Your memories don't go that far because you weren't there.
Shh. Shut up.
I mean, I don't think she would try to follow.
Okay. So you essentially kind of press on. And it's as if walking straight forward, but then kind of tipping upwards, almost as if you're waking up from a bed. Now at the kind of elf equivalent of 16 and 17, you are in your body at this moment. You're not watching something play out. And you're woken up in the middle of the night. And you hear kind of like some small kind of like scuffling or rumblings in like the hallway. What do you do?
So I wake up and I am in the bed, or
You're in your bedroom, yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you hear something like kind of like something in the hallway, something that doesn't seem right.
Yeah. So she's like 16, 17-ish. I think she would get up, put on her robes this time, and then grab whatever the closest weapon
Okay.
is.
You would probably grab one of your daggers. That's since it's kind of like your go-to, and you go out the door. And this is like the hallway, kind of the corridor that like your bedroom, your parents' bedroom. It's kind of like where all the living quarters and stuff are, as well as you hear it coming to you. Like, so if you're coming out the door, you hear it to your left. Okay.
She's gonna go get a cup of tea. Yeah, she's gonna follow the noise.
She's going left.
You,
guys.
God bless.
Yay.
And you venture down the hallway a little bit, and you see a shadowed kind of figure, and it's kind of hunched over, kind of looking into or tinkering with a lock on a door. And you recognize this door to be the door to your father's study.
Who? Yeah. One. Who is it? Two. How old are they?
You can't see at this moment. It's like kind of enclosed in shadows. You're kind of transitioning in front of a window that essentially the moonlight's coming through, but it's kind of making, because it's bright, it's causing the rest of your like field of vision to be darkened, because it's kind of like it's not illuminating the other side.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna be an ass. I could be an ass, but I'm not gonna be an ass. She's just gonna walk towards the person.
Okay.
I mean, she's armed, so
Yeah. Are you readying an attack, or are you just walking forward?
I mean, if she needs to take a swing, she'll be able to.
Okay.
But is she going to roll 2 hit? No.
Okay. You kind of, and I would think, again, since you're, like you said, you're ready to make an attack, you kind of have like the dagger raised, or at least you're kind of in readiness. You kind of hit the threshold of this moonlight where you're able to kind of, your eyes are able to adjust and see. And you see a kind of, the figure stands kind of noticing your approach, and you see a hooded Perry, your brother. Much older. A lot of time has passed since the last memory.
Had he been out, was the first one the last time she saw him?
Similar, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think so. And this is, since the age that you are now, this is very much like a long time has passed. He had already left. Like, this has been a good chunk of years since he's been there. So I guess I wouldn't say, because if you were 10, then this is more so like in your alpha equivalent of like 1920. So because
so this was just a few years ago for her then.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, because you're what, 26?
Ish.
Yeah. So it's about, the equivalency of elf 26. So
Right.
that could be a lot longer than just 6 years.
126.
Yeah, something like that.
Just multiply it by 4 or some shit. You
Just
know?
multiply it by 100, so it's 260, so
'Cause technically,
every year is 10 years for an elf. I don't know.
like for elves, apparently, once you reach 18, you're 100. So that's the ratio, I guess.
Okay, so every
Okay.
100 is 18.
However that works.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what 100 divided by 18 is, but we'll go. We'll figure what that out is later. Somebody in the comments can do that math. But anyway,
I have a math disability, guys. It's not a fun joke for me to be part of.
so he says, "Hello, sister."
Does he look guilty, like he's been caught, or caught off guard? That
He almost looks glad to see you in a weird way.
Blech.
And given what you've assumed, the rumors that you've heard, I would think you would potentially try to attack. And then the moment you see his face, you hesitate. And because you don't know, this is an intruder right? Like
Yeah.
you don't know. So you were kind of the moment you saw and got close enough, you were gonna like.
I mean, would she though? Because I think she's been rather sheltered. So I think she like her initial guess would be like, oh, it's
Well,
someone from the staff.
I would think the moment you saw somebody, because essentially when you came through that and you were able to adjust, you saw somebody picking the lock.
Yeah, I just don't think at that time that she had her whole like the world is evil and I hate everyone mentality.
No, but I would think if you were training with a dagger at 10 years old and it's now like essentially the elf equivalency of like 10 years later, you're like pretty prowess as far as like fighting. You can handle yourself. You can defend yourself.
She's a
like,
prodigy, guys.
Okay. But yeah. So given the fact that you're like, instead of, because I don't think Ira being the strong-willed person that she is, I don't think would be like, guards. You just
So
be like, no,
what's
I'm going to
the-
deal with this myself.
What would the like bonus to like the DC be with those daggers? Because I'm using different ones than what I have.
So, like I said, I think you would go for an attack, but then you would hesitate. Essentially, so you would like kind of like go to, but then it would stop as this kind of like dagger kind of glints in the moonlight. And he essentially sees you kind of hesitate and then kind of blows past you and kind of shoves you out of the way.
I think she would try to like step in front of him.
That is going to be a 21 for strength. So you can go ahead and
21.
roll a strength check to see if you are able to either stand your ground or push back.
Got a +1, guys. 16. So she isn't unstable.
But you definitely get pushed out of the way.
Yeah.
So he shoves back past you and essentially starts booking it down the hallway. What do you do?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I know what Ira today would do. Just pull out an arrow and then shoot him in the calf. Yeah, I think she probably like ran after him and probably attempted to release the dagger.
Okay.
Keeping in mind she does not have the blink back belt. So she throws it, she loses it.
Yeah. So you chase after him. Given that he kind of shoved you and you kind of lost like your footing for a second, got a bit of a kind of like a head start. And he kind of starts running down this hall and he goes through a door and kind of shuts it just as you kind of get close. And so it's like you essentially like would throw the dagger. Go ahead and roll for the attack.
What's the DC for it?
Just roll for the attack.
19.
19. You throw it, and as he shuts the door, the dagger like into the door. So you would have hit an attack had he not shut that door. What do? You keep going? Like in attempts to kind of like bust through the door, or what's your play here?
I think she tries to like open the door.
Okay. If you try to open the door normally, it's just locked. Like the door is like, of course. So
I mean, all she has is her shoulder.
okay. So go ahead and make a strength check.
+1's coming in real clutch, guys. 4.
It essentially it's like you hit it and it's like solid. There's no like kind of movement there.
She hits it and she says 4 because she misses because it's gonna fly.
Do we get to do it again then?
And
Mulligan?
yeah, if you're trying to essentially to chase him down.
Did you just ask to mulligan?
No, essentially it's like when you're trying to bust on a door, you have to sometimes make multiple attempts.
18.
Okay. So after like that, you kind of like take a step back and you kind of try to shoulder check it again, and as you do, the door kind of like pops off the hinges and falls down and opens, and you essentially kind of like
She's like,
you fall with
Oh,
the
God.
door, so you essentially kind of fall down. And as you do, you look up and you see Jax.
This feels so angelic. He's on a green hilltop.
You know,
Sun
fine.
is shining.
You want to be that way?
No.
No.
You ruined it.
It's fine.
Soiled it.
There we go.
Sad boy.
And you
Sad
break through
summer.
the door and you fall to the ground and you stand to see Jax in this kind of room full of mirrors. About 10 to 20 hands kind of outstretched from this mirror, all grabbing into him as he seems in an immense level of pain. As he's essentially kind of struggling to try to break free. Yeah, intense. Intense.
Less delicate, so it's good.
Yeah. Maybe too epic. Let me dial it back here.
We'll figure it out. It's okay.
Hello?
Hello.
With the vine where they spill the water on her face. Just
Hello.
All right, we're back. It's all fixed. So yeah, the really really dramatic moment just like got like fucking train off the tracks with that. That's great. So Jax has almost 10 to 20 hands stretching from this mirror, kind of grabbing him, and he seems in an immense level of pain as he's essentially trying to struggle free. What do you do?
The only correct Ira thing to do. She's gonna pat her thighs to see if she's back in her like if she has her stuff on her. Hang on for the ride. She's gonna pull both of her daggers,
Okay.
and then she's gonna go over and try. She's gonna grab him, and like put her hand on his face to like have him look at her, so he knows that like she's there, but she's not gonna say anything yet. She's just gonna start trying to just cut the hands.
Okay. These will be a series of kind of attacks.
Kind of, or attacks.
Within reason. So go ahead and roll for the first.
Nope.
Is a
Natural one.
It's a one.
I mean, with my plus 11, it's a 12.
It's still a one though, mate.
Still a 1.
Still
1 is a
though.
1. It's the only time I don't want to be number 1. Shut up.
So
It's just her face.
you essentially aren't able to, like, it doesn't seem like you're able to cut through.
She tries again. Let's try again.
Okay. This will be the other dagger this time.
23,
23.
if I'm allowed to add.
What do you mean?
My
It's for your
You
deck,
should have
yeah.
been.
Oh,
You're
okay.
doing-
Well, I mean,
you're
the first
rolling
one's a
for
natural 1, so it doesn't matter. But the second one's 23.
Let's say you're rolling for attacks. You should be adding your modifiers.
You
If
said
not,
within reason.
that doesn't change you adding things like normal. This is the mechanics of the game. I don't know why you would change that.
So 23 does.
So you are able to cut through one of the hands, and as you do, essentially like these images on the mirrors shift, essentially kind of playing almost like what would look like a memory.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a version of Jax that is essentially impersonating a ghost of a dead lord. And it's pretending to haunt the widow with nightly visitations. He's whispering kind of half-truths and giving kind of what seems to be twisted dreams until she ends her own life. And he does this in a way to gain control of the widow's estate and steal their land and kind of fortune to take back to the tribe.
Do I go again?
Mm-hmm.
20, dirty 20.
Okay. As you cut through another hand, another memory plays across these mirrors, and it's of a kind of wealthy, reclusive noble. It's performing secret rituals to forge a pact with an otherworldly power. His estate sits atop of a fake crossroads that the tribe desperately wants to control for themselves. And with the noble's power being formidable, Jax is sent in. They instruct him to be the blade that cuts through the noble's defenses, and they task him with performing a blood rite of inversion, a ritual that requires the deaths of all who carry Kelvin's blood, not just the noble himself. So Jax infiltrates the estate during a night of celebration and kills everyone in Kelvin's bloodline. The noble's family, cousins, kin, all in an attempt to sever the bloodline's link to the crossroads and render the noble's ritual powerless. He changes into different forms of the family to hide his presence until the final kill, not allowing anyone to escape. And thus the tribe controls the crossroads at the end.
I'm not being given any cues, so I don't know. 19?
19. I would essentially,
Especially going
like,
down.
I think, like, you're seeing this as it's, like, kind of all happening within a matter of, like, minutes to seconds of, like, you cutting different ones and you're seeing this different stuff play. And you cut another one and you see there's a warlock that's offering the tribe a powerful magic secret in exchange for orphans from a plague-ravaged district. And Jax is forced to arrange what is the adoptions, presenting them as charity. The tribe is able to secure access to the rare rituals and knowledge, no matter the cost.
Nope.
What's so funny?
It's just so fucked up.
It's so fucked up.
Sarah looks at me, she's like, stop.
Because you're
What was the next
It
roll?
was a 1.
It was a 1? Okay.
I use comedy to hide.
So it doesn't seem to do anything.
27.
Okay. You cut through the next one and you see a pirate ship with the name the Sea Jackal on the side of the ship. There is a familiar somebody looks familiar from a bit ago. The Captain Mordecai that you saw in Scavengeport,
The one that beat the shit out of Ira?
potentially. And you see his first mate, Cassandra Aarencia. The Changeling tribe wants to control the crew's treasure and maps and different arcane cargo routes. He is essentially tasked to infiltrate the crew, posing as the quartermaster eager for plunder. He begins to feed false memories and stirs a mutiny within the ranks, turning pirate against pirate, leading to a massive fight, causing the pirates to murder one another. And only the captain remains. And in the chaos, he sets fire to the powder stores and watches the ship as it burns as he escapes with the charts and gold. And the boat sinks into the sea.
Well, that's no good. Can't control everything if it's all underwater.
I mean, he stole the maps and the routes and the gold and stuff. That was kind of the point.
How many more are there?
Just keep going.
There's 20.
28.
Okay.
It's a plus 11, guys.
And you see there's a merchant that's smuggling different magical goods across, borders of different kingdoms. Jax essentially impersonates this merchant and begins to intercept shipments meant for adventurers and selling them to the highest bidder. He cuts off the supply routes to rivals and even slipping cursed items into the flow of trade, in essentially a way to besmirch the merchant's name. And the tribe takes control of the smuggling networks, and it ruins the competitors. Go ahead and roll again.
That one feels less bad. 17. Math's hard, guys.
You see a baron that's captured a group of changeling children that he's experimenting on. Jax infiltrates the baron's court as a charming advisor, learns his secrets, and arranges for an accident during a hunting trip. He ensures the children are free, but also leaves evidence framing another noble family for the baron's death. The children are brought to the tribe and indoctrinated into the tribe. Go ahead, roll again.
I didn't know the timeline of Yoon. I would
Keep rolling.
connected some dots there that aren't
Yeah.
I know.
meant to be connected. 27.
You see a festival in what looks to be Bogmarsh. Jax poses as a bard and begins to spread rumors and blackmail amongst the revelers to fracture the city's merchant council. Meanwhile, he's orchestrating a theft of relics from the temple and pinning the blame on a thieves' guild. Go ahead, roll one last time.
Yeah.
16.
You cut through another one of the hands and you see the tribe making a deal with a hag. Provide them with a potent hex that can destroy the minds of their enemies. And the price is 10 lives delivered by Jax's own hand. And you see him essentially murdering person after person to fulfill this debt. And as you kind of had cut through this hand and see this memory, the rest of the hands begin to kind of retract, kind of in kind of defense or in fear. And Jack's kind of breaking free from these. He looks up at you with kind of tears in his eyes and he says, "Ira?"
We need to go.
I don't know if I can. And he kind of latches onto you, essentially kind of wrapping his arms around you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is he sitting down on his butt, or is he
he's kind of was
crouched?
forced to his knees,
Okay, if he's on his knees. She's gonna try to pick him up. Not hoist him over her shoulder,
Right.
but try to get him on his own 2 feet.
As you try to lift him, the mirrors begin to kind of crack, and more essentially hands kind of shoot out and latch into Jax's back, almost essentially almost like what feels like it's piercing the back of his skin. It's almost kind of connecting in a way. And he screams out in pain, and in one of the mirrors you see the version of Jax kind of beginning to crawl out of the mirror itself. And as more of these versions begin to start kind of almost crawling out, you see off in the corner, one of the mirrors essentially shatters. And protruding through it is Roman. And as he bursts through, what's my place? Okay. The Roman jumps through and he essentially cuts the hand, like trident facing forward, and kind of like almost like kind of jumping in a distance. Essentially, like swings it down and severs all of the hands that are in his back. And the rest of the mirrors essentially kind of like start to crack, and the blast kind of shoots straight forward as all of these versions of Jax begin to start crawling out of the mirror and start running at the 2/3 of you.
The Era is going to take not take. She's gonna fire off her 3 darts of magic missile. Kind of see one to get them off, then also to kind of see like how much firepower is it gonna take to get them to go away.
So they are each, it's like 3 of them are hit with like this force damage, and they're kind of like shot backwards, but it doesn't seem to dissipate them in any way, shape, or form. It just seems to kind of like toss them backwards in a way.
I'm gonna try to slam the trident into the ground.
Okay.
See if that does anything.
So you turn and you slam this trident into the ground, and it essentially kind of shoots out this like wave of like red lightning kind of in all different directions, and it essentially kind of begins to kind of debilitate a few of them, as some of them kind of like kind of dissipate into this like black kind of dust smoke.
I wish to. I want to cast Shining Smite to do radiant damage. And then my daggers are still out, and I'm going to take some swings.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, I'm going to 2. And then that's a 2d6, which is only added to one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20
Nice.
for one.
Nice.
And then, which brings it to a 31.
Yeah.
And then a 26 for the other.
Okay. So those both hit.
Mm-hmm. That's a d4s, right? Yeah. So the 27 is only going to do 8 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm going to put the Shining Smite on the nat 20.
Right. Okay.
So 7, 10, 13 total damage. And then are we doubling that?
Yeah.
So that's, what did I say? 20 total? What did I say? Doesn't make any sense. 7, 10,
Mhm.
10. Yeah, it is 20 yeah, it's 20 total on the one.
Okay. And then you have Nick, right?
Yeah. I wasn't going to do that, but I
But you did 2 dagger attacks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just do Nick. You get it for free, so it's not even a bonus action.
So 29.
Okay. It definitely hits.
Hope so.
Actually, that one doesn't hit.
That's an 11
11.
points of damage.
Okay. You essentially with each strike, it's kind of like as you're kind of like cutting down these things, and they seem to just keep coming out of this, out of these mirrors.
She's going to yell to Roman, the fuck are we supposed to do?
How's Jax looking?
He's essentially just like he's essentially like kind of like stuck in the same kind of spot, like on his knees on the floor, kind of. He's almost like trying to like hide his face to kind of shield from these different like kind of things just kind of storming in. Meanwhile, back on the shore, what are you 3 doing?
Panicking.
I feel like one of us was in the lava, like approaching.
You were all on the shore because Verity had pulled everybody back, and then
Yeah.
Roman cast the
Okay.
spell and was sucked in.
Gotcha.
I guess we gotta go. Whatever's waiting on the other side of that.
Hold on.
Verity's like, fuck that.
Okay, before anyone tries anything, let me. And she's
Okay.
She's gonna attempt to, because she couldn't get through the barrier last time when she was holding the trident. So
No,
she's
you
gonna.
did.
Huh?
You did.
I thought there was she couldn't
You
get
had
through.
you had the tiara.
You had the tiara on, so you were able to like,
Roman. I couldn't get through.
yeah.
You're a princess.
Yeah. So can I still get through?
You can try.
I attempt to try to.
Okay. As you move your hand kind of into like across like where the shoreline is, nothing seems to happen.
Okay, so for whatever reason, it doesn't slow me down. Are you guys still?
Should I just like start with a running start and maybe I'll like progressively slow down, but if I start running really fast, I'll get there in time before I completely stop.
Or maybe we can all hold hands or something.
I could potentially try to throw you if that helps.
Sure.
Fun.
Wait, Crane, are you? Wait, what's gonna happen to Crane 6?
Can you get through?
Yeah, you're.
Oh, I don't think my metal would last in the lava.
But you're gonna get
But it's not
stuck
hot.
here.
I mean, how do you know that?
I don't know. I feel pretty stuck right now.
Right, so how can it get any worse?
Eliana's like, what the fuck is this? She doesn't say that out loud. She's
I'll
like,
stay here with Craig. You guys try to
No.
hold hands
Oh,
and make it across.
hey, throw me, Crane, please.
Okay.
What, Eliana? Why?
I'm going in.
You wild shape into a football or something.
That is a 28 for strength.
Yeah.
So essentially, he like picks up this like 5 foot tall person, and he kind of like does like one of those like
110
shot put, but he,
pounds.
like, spins around and then like shoots in. So shoots her in the air, and she essentially like hits the barrier above the shoreline and is stuck in the middle of the air. Like, but it's like slowly like she's like slowly moving like through time, like in the air.
Verity tries to like grab her leg and see if that does anything.
She's
Like I'm too high there.
Like yeah, she's high in the air.
High, like,
he
even if
tossed her.
even if I
Like
try to
30
jump,
feet high.
Yeah, it's like 15, 20 feet high. Like
Let me get on your shoulders.
We should have held hands.
do you know what? I'm gonna Misty step up to Eliana,
and try to just like grab her and pull her
Yeah.
down.
or
So-
just see if if the amount of strength just takes Verity with.
So you Misty step. Are you trying to like Misty step like forward essentially to grab her so that way it like it carries you forward, or are you just Misty stepping straight up?
Like I imagine
Think
Verity's
about the physics.
Maybe at like a diagonal to like where I am. And then you grab my leg.
To try to like pull her down.
I imagine Verity is trying to like go for the legs.
Okay. But again, are you going up or are you going at an angle to kind of create that arc where it like because you got to think about the follow through.
Would Verity even think about the follow through? I don't think she would think about the follow through.
That's why I'm giving you the opportunity to like, okay, like how are you? I'm trying to see how you're going to do this. So you're just going straight up, essentially.
I imagine like American football. Verity's gonna like try and jump up, like almost like falling back to get her. If that makes sense.
To try to like essentially just like
like
to catch
go
the pass,
long,
like.
yeah. Like wait, no.
Okay, so you Misty step. Give me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Rip, whatever that was.
Hand.
What?
10.
Oh, 10. I thought you said hand. I was like, what? I was like, that's not a number.
I mean, there's 5 fingers on hand. Yeah, 10.
So you essentially you kind of do this, and you only are able to like grab like with one hand with the way
Yeah.
like it falls, and you just barely grab her, but like not by much.
Okay.
And it essentially it like pulls you down. She's enough to like where you're grabbing her, and it essentially kind of like speeds up, and all of a sudden like Eliana, like the time around you just like jumps like forward. And you are Essentially, you're probably about midway from the shore in Jax.
Okay, just don't let go of me.
And
Is
Sable,
Eliana holding on to you, or are
I'm
you holding on to Eliana?
I'm holding to
If
Eliana.
it's like her foot, she can't let go.
grabbed her by the ankle and is like dragging her through the.
Eliana can't let go because she's not holding on in the first place.
Like I reach down and I grab your arm with my hands.
Yeah. Sable, you are kind of like watching this happen as like your entire tarot deck breaks off of your belt.
Wait,
And you see them like flutter around in this like kind of like almost like swirl of things, and essentially they're starting to like form into a platform
Oh, just
at
kidding.
the edge of the shore. And they're like illuminated in this like yellowish gold kind of color.
Ooh.
she illuminates the path, but you still get stuck, and she's like, "Haha, JK."
Sable's gonna try to climb the stairs.
So you step onto the platform, and as you do, enough kind of move away to keep your footing, and then they kind of like flutter into like, so essentially it's like kind of creating stepping stones. And you don't seem to be slowing
Blessed,
down.
guys. What can I say?
Damn, Flossidus, where you at, girl?
It's my fate.
Damn. The mysterious six voice. So go ahead, and I'm going to have you make acrobatics checks.
Oh, so when I have exhaustion, what? How much do I
Uh,
subtract?
I will allow that to not apply with this.
No.
The fact of the tarot deck kind of influencing it.
You said acrobatics.
Yes.
7.
Oh, yeah?
I cleared my dice tray for Caroline, and she decided not to use it. so
Because
then
it
I
was
put 'em all
full. I
back.
didn't want to bother you.
Put them all back. It's fine. It's okay.
7.
Oh, 7. Okay. I didn't know what you rolled. Okay, so you kind of like step to the next one. You kind of almost like lose your, because they're almost like divided now between two. So you kind of like it's a weary step. But the rest of them kind of like leave the back of your foot and kind of like come through for enough for you to kind of like move forward, and you're able to kind of catch your footing again. Go ahead and roll for acrobatics.
12.
12.
Better.
It's better. It's a little bit less clunky as you're able to kind of, you're getting your footing as far as like kind of how to use this, like, and go ahead and roll for another one.
She's not acrobatic. 13.
Again, getting better, getting better.
Growth.
It's almost like when you're like at a creek and you're starting to learn how to kind of like
Walk on the
step
rocks.
across rocks. And they're starting to move like faster with each step. As essentially the three of you make your way to Jax.
Nice.
And in like kind of almost like progression, you see it like Verity first, like Eliana, Sable into this like dust. Then like Craig just kind of sits on the shore and just kind of like sits down. Is like,
All right.
He's a little guy. He's a big guy, but he's a little guy.
So once inside, you essentially see that. Well, actually, let me backtrack for a second. Get ahead of myself. You guys are able to cut through enough, Roman and Ira, that there's a bit of somewhat of a pause. There's like kind of like there's still more cracking of mirrors, and it's kind of like slowed for a second. And
Ira's gonna
Jack.
run over to like Jackson, like not aggressively. This is like the only way I can think to say it, but she's gonna like get in his face, like super
yeah,
like close.
and he kind of looks up at you, and Roman, what do you do?
I hold on, sorry. Is his face like still buried or
No,
did
he's
he-
looking up at Ira.
Oh, okay. So Roman will lay his hand on Jack's shoulder and look him in the eyes and say, I think you're the only one that can do this, buddy.
And he looks up at you, kind of seeing you for the first time in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And he essentially kind of struggles to get to his feet. And he essentially starts to stand up. And he essentially just turns and like hugs Roman, like with like a heavy like embrace. And essentially he's like, that's when he kind of just like loses it. He's like essentially kind of like crying into your shoulder.
Yeah, so Roman hugs him back and kind of looks up and over at Ira to join.
And Ira and
He's looking big.
and
I told you guys last time, she's never enough. It's never good enough.
It's your boyfriend's boyfriend.
so you had helped. So let
Pride
me like you had helped him up like from the ground as he was looking like essentially trying to struggle to get to his feet.
Which makes it worse.
Nothing I do is good enough, apparently. The way I structure this. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It's the bromance.
And Ira, when you turn to see Roman, his hair is no longer fire. His hair is back to the normal long red hair. And you essentially like Jax kind of like turns away from like kind of like like you know like when you're like in a hug and you kind of like turn amidst the hug, he kind of turns and he like pulls you in close as and essentially like kind of almost like kind of grabs the side of your face and kind of like puts his forehead to yours. And I'm gonna need I'll have you two and Jax make a this will be a make it a Constitution saving throw.
Everything. Oh, I have heroic inspiration. This goes back
20,
to me.
23.
Heroic inspiration is a reroll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
19.
19.
First one was a 12. Much better. 22.
22. So 22, 23, and 19. So essentially, as you guys are kind of almost in this like semi kind of like group hug-ish kind of circle, kind of like within proximity, the mirrors themselves, every single one of them, because it's like almost like this like, think I guess like the dome from like Epcot where it's kind of like all those different like facets, but this is just all mirrors, and they all shatter all at the same time, like outward. And so essentially you kind of all kind of like huddle essentially as you're trying to like brace, like not to get like shards of glass essentially like flying kind of at you. You feel, even though we rolled well, there's still going to be a little bit of like kind of damage. There's like kind of small cuts and scrapes. So just take off 2 damage on each of your sheets. And then, as this happens, now kind of almost like you almost see kind of like the outlines of where these like mirrors were, and now all these different like forms, like these are different forms that Jax can take. So different like you're thinking like Tabaxi, like the Dragonborn, all these different like ones that he's shapeshifted into before start kind of jumping out of these holes in these mirrors, or where these mirrors were. And essentially are starting to kind of like surround the 3 of you. The other 3.
Hey. Hi.
What is it that you would like to do upon your entrance?
So I see all this.
So essentially as you're kind of, it's almost like you're kind of breaking through this like black fog. And as you do, as it kind of starts to kind of pass, to kind of break into your vision, you're starting to see like Ira, Roman, and Jax kind of surrounded by all these different forms. And I would think from your perspective, you wouldn't know. Maybe I guess if you want to, you can roll history to see if you recognize any of the forms. But you just see these different, like just them being surrounded by different like species and different people.
And I'm assuming there would be a good hunk of them that like Ira would have never seen before either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I see this, I would like to. First of all, I breathe a sigh of relief that Jax is here. Like, okay, we didn't just step into a void. And then I am going to swirl my hands, and around me, I'm going to summon waves of water and cast Freedom of Waves in a 15-foot radius, 10-foot tall cylinder centered on a point within range. I'm assuming this room isn't super big?
No, it's not that large.
Okay, so I'm going to center it on, like, all the guys which are coming after. So, like, in the middle, I guess.
Okay. Give me an... I'm going to allow this to happen, but I'm doing something else.
Okay.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. 17. Okay.
17. Okay.
I rolled an 8, so I was like, oh.
In this moment, you are able to fixate the spell to essentially kind of create this reverse cylinder. So the cylinder is surrounding the three of them, but shooting outward.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hell.
What are the other two of you?
I guess at the same time, because what I wanted to do, I want to cast anti-life shell, so it creates a shell around all of them, and it protects them from anything other than constructs or undead from passing through it.
Okay. So you cast this, like, essentially, like, what does it look like when this dome kind of goes over the three?
I imagine it would be, again, all of the tarot cards would kind of fly out and create that dome over them. And, like, even if they're not back to back, there's, like, stretches of blues and golds that are connecting all of them to kind of create that safety barrier.
Okay.
Y'all are so cool. So I feel like Verity would see like the waves like going outward, and she's gonna try and cast Eldritch Blast on a couple of them.
Okay.
With her 2 beams and try and push them into the water.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll for those attacks.
Make sure. 23 for that first one.
Okay.
And then 16 for the second one.
Okay. And so the three of you, so Jax, Ira, and Roman, you see this like, essentially this like surrounding kind of like this like, it almost like comes down like a kind of concave like stream of water, and it like shoots outward as these like tarot cards are like cutting through the water in like different ways, and they're kind of like fluttering around you, and you see kind of these 2 shots of kind of this like dark bluish green kind of like hitting a couple of the different forms of Jax kind of like away and into the water, as Verity, Sable, and Eliana kind of essentially like kind of almost like jumping through the water kind of in different like kind of almost in like this triangle kind of effect.
The fucking tarot shield is just like such a cool image.
I like the water part and the all the colors the same, like from Verity's daggers. Anyway.
And so you all like see them kind of like almost kind of make this like kind of triangle perimeter around the three of you in this like trifecta of kind of like coming in from different ways.
We all need you back.
I don't deserve to. I'm supposed to be here.
Hey, you can learn how to be a real druid out here when we get out of here, okay?
And he's fixated on you, Ira, and he says, "You saw what I've done. I don't belong with you guys. It's best if I'm here."
Hey.
Sorry. You go.
Talking to me.
Sorry!
You're the girlfriend.
And you're on the outside of what I imagine to be a loud, basically waterfall.
I thought we jumped in.
Shut up, Verity. Are you that person? Because I haven't met him. I don't know who that is.
It's the parts of me that I've carried for this whole time.
things that I regret, I'm ashamed of, was forced to do. Didn't have people like you that put me on the right path.
Well, I didn't come down here to save that version. I came to save the version that you've become, so we need to go. How do we get out of here?
I don't know. This is the Chamber of Shattered Reflections. This is something that I was forced to do as a kid. It was supposed to be a test to prove that I was strong enough to serve the tribe without question.
Well, now you can question. Because the only bad thing that can come of this is failing to question and being stuck here. Look at this. And she's like gesturing around. It's like Eliana's tower of water. Sable, who Jack kind of thinks is useless, but is being anything but useless in this moment. Romans here.
Hey.
Whoa. Like,
Where did he come from?
yeah.
All you have done good things for what I know. I don't belong with you. I don't deserve you.
I don't know. And she doesn't know how to. You're gonna take the strong way, but just go with it. She doesn't know how to like articulate to him all of the good things that he's done because she knows that he's not gonna listen anyway.
I mean, you can try.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you fought a god and won and saved an entire, basically, religion. Entire people. It's an entire part of the Feywild that's going to be able to rebuild because of your direct contribution to that. Verity is... Jesus Christ, that child. But look at her. The confidence that you alone have given her. You didn't see Roman when he first came to us. Trust me. That was rough. Just by you existing. I think he's one step closer to being back to normal.
Maybe he's right. Maybe he doesn't deserve it. But neither do I. Neither do you. But he earned it. Just like me and just like you. We all deserve to be down here.
Eliana and Sable exchange.
In a way. But the fact that we earned it shows that we're not. Normally.
You also have the world's cutest squat on a pillow next to your body waiting for you.
You've seen what I've done. People that suffered because of the choices that I made.
Hera cuts Roman a look. Because she's walking with a direct memory of what Roman's done.
Right.
Sorry. We all deserve a second chance. Sometimes you have to go to hell to earn it.
And unfortunately, in your case, it's literal. Do you want to come back? I need you. I don't need anybody.
I need you.
Are you daring me with your eyes? You're like,
I'm gonna approach him. I'm gonna lay a hand on his back. I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying, because technically he's at 0 HP in real life, and this mechanically probably means nothing, but
You gonna try it anyway?
it's just an assurance that I'm gonna tap him with. It's like, you gotta come back and meet our new friend. You saved him too.
Jax kind of makes eye contact with Eliana and then looks kind of outward at the different versions, essentially kind of like trying to push through the water, and he kind of pushes past the rest of you, and he steps towards like the wall of water and kind of puts his hand like through the water, and you see the shards of the mirrors that are like all on the ground and around kind of start to lift, and they kind of like kind of start to reform and form the different faces of the mirror. As his hand's still kind of outward, he kind of like makes a fist and then kind of looks up, and you see the different versions just kind of like this huge wave of like blue energy kind of just like flows out, and as each of the versions that are surrounding this like this cylinder of water kind of just like throw backwards into all of the mirrors, and essentially kind of like one after the other are kind of like trapped in this like thing surrounding all of you. And he looks back at the rest of you, and you see this like almost like for a moment, like starting kind of from this part of his face kind of going up, his face kind of like shifting into the different forms of all of the different things, and it kind of like then it kind of reforms into his face, almost like his skin kind of like settles back, and he walks back over to Ira, kind of this like almost like blue energy is kind of like coursing over his like the kind of visage and body, and his skin begins to go translucent,
Hate that.
and you see kind of amidst this like almost what looks like ethereal version of himself are stars, and he looks at you and says, "Fine. I'll prove to you all that I'm meant to be here. With you, not in this place." And he looks, and he kind of at Ira, he says, "I'll be waiting for you on the outside, my love."
And then he bamps out.
And he says, "Thank you. Thank you all." And you see as this kind of like he fades into this like kind of stardust, and the void, the mirror room you're in, just kind of like and you are all kind of like, you look around and you're standing on the shore outside the Flogethra.
Well,
Ira wants to go home.
Verity's holding Ellie on his like arm. Like,
oh, okay, we're still stuck here. But we got him out. We did what we came here to do, I guess.
sorry, I didn't know if
Is that what we came here to do? She looks at Roman.
And Roman now, his eyes are back to what you knew. His hair is back to what you knew. He still has like the kind of red cracks kind of across his skin and things. But some of what Roman is known to be has essentially kind of slowly returned.
Ira is going to pull out a blueberry muffin because she promised it to Roman. She's going to give it to him.
Sable's pissed.
What is this?
You know, it's a blueberry muffin. I give them to people when they're like super stressed. I would have given one to Jax, but he'll just have a lifetime supply where he is right now.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What are we to do with Verity? Or can we go now? Can we go?
I think it's good that we go now.
Okay, let's go. Where do we go?
yeah, let's go.
Can we go?
And Crane kind of like...
Are you
stand-
okay, Roman?
So this is Roman. This is actually Roman.
Yeah, I've met him before.
Mm,
I mean, I didn't create this place. Do you know? You're like the what?
I have a
like-
question.
Okay.
Do you think you're a god? I gotta check. I gotta do a temperature check.
No.
Okay, he's back.
Do you remember anything from being down here?
A little.
Okay.
Does he remember, like our like what I'm carrying, too, or is that gone?
Yes. I'm not
Which-
going to make him roll for it.
Which one? Yes,
He
he remembers, or yes, it's gone.
So he remembers the good stuff, like the stuff that's important, like what you think is like him, like you kind of essentially making that sacrifice to carry
okay.
some of that.
Oh yes, he does. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Where do we go?
Out.
Ow.
Wait, so it wasn't you who did the transportation circles up there?
No, it was.
Can we not just...
Maybe it was a one-way.
Can you bamp us up to her dad?
Or just, up and not...
Why do you want to kill him? 'Cause would like to.
I don't particularly want to
Do you guys want to kill him?
I
It sounds fun.
don't want to
I'm
do
not
that.
stepping
It
into that
seems
mess.
very powerful.
I just got Jax back. I don't exactly want to put myself at risk for that. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
Your hair's back to normal.
Yeah. Thanks.
Maybe Sable can braid it one day.
That'd be nice.
I don't know how to braid.
Well,
I'll teach you how to braid. We'll add it to the list.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's.
I taught you.
Pass it
I mean,
around.
I could do it, but I can't do it. So I forgot that she, yeah.
We gotta make it back first.
Braid.
Yes.
You think Craig's gonna know?
I think Kraid's an automaton. He maybe has some cool scoping powers. How do we
He's
go
got
back?
one hell of an arm.
I-
Like for
I
throwing.
mean, I'm just glad to see that you're all back. I don't know how to get out of here, really.
Do we
at
go
all.
like back through the maze? Like
I
back?
would,
Is there
I would
anything-
prefer that we didn't.
Is there anything?
But
To,
that's just me.
is there anything to the left or the right? I know we can't go forward over
So essentially the river kind of cascades off into like the horizon kind of
Yeah.
both ways. But essentially there's
Staircase door.
more like those fields kind of around you. And the labyrinth does kind of create kind of a barrier as far as like where you are right now. But you hear this like loud kind of horn like in the distance kind of sounding. It sounds different than the one that you heard in the labyrinth. And you see all of you are essentially kind of, it almost like feels as if like there's like fire kind of starting at your feet and it's kind of engulfing all of you kind of from toe to head as you are all pulled back into the throne room with Verity's father.
Ow.
Here we go.
Dad!
And we'll see what happens after our break. We will see you in a few minutes. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. But now that you're here, just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us on this journey so far with us here at Off the Beaten Quest. You're going to start noticing a lot of new things on our Twitch channel now that we are affiliate. You will see a lot of cool emotes designed by our very own Caroline, as well as a lot of other things that we do have in the works. Definitely hit that follow button, or maybe even subscribe so we can bring you a lot more. And do remember, if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can use your 1 month free sub. If you're watching on YouTube, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification button so the YouTube algorithm gods will share this video with a lot of other people like you. Thank you so much again.
Hello, my name is Ali Goodell, and I play Eliana Silmare. She is an Eladrin elf druid, originally from the Feywild. Her character is, I would say, a little bit aloof sometimes. She used to be very naive at the beginning of the campaign. She's starting to grow up, I guess you could say. She started originally in her spring form, is now in her autumn form, and she's learning about how the world works in different ways, coming from her sheltered family of the past. She actually acquired a companion named Stella. She is a kitsune. She is a blue kitsune, and apparently at some point she's going to grow extra tails as she grows older, but we don't know when that's going to happen, so we'll see what happens there. I really enjoy playing with this group of people because it feels genuinely like a family. I feel like I belong and I can be myself around them. A lot of the times in the recordings, you can see me being a lot more zany than I might be elsewhere. I feel like the tism comes out a lot in this group, which is really fun. I think my favorite part about sharing this campaign with the internet so far is whenever we get clips of our episodes, it brings me back to that moment, and we're really funny. I'm gonna say it right now, we're really funny. And so like being able to see those moments played back, because sometimes my memory's really bad, so I forget a lot of things, but when they're posted on the internet as like the little clips we've been posting everywhere, it's really fun to re-see those moments come up again and again. I think for the final arc of the campaign, the thing I'm looking forward to is kind of, with Eliana at least, forming the Circle of Stars, adding little bits onto that. I feel like by the end of the campaign, it's not going to be fully realized. Obviously, there's still a lot of work that has to go from there, but just seeing which way she implements her little beliefs and maybe like the research that comes out of it, because I know that our DM Justin has developed some behind that, but it's about trying to transition and get Eliana on that same page in a way. Outside of Eliana specifically, I am very interested to see what happens with Ira and her brother. There's this whole nemesis arc forming that I'm really excited about, and it's brought out an aggressive side of Ira that Eliana is not used to, so seeing that dynamic of how Eliana interacts with violence in a way that she's not used to from her sheltered life, and then seeing the development through Ira's character as she tries to come to terms with this very traumatic thing that her brother is doing to the entire universe, and has a lot of stakes, so I'm very interested to see how that wraps up and how many of us might die. We'll see. You can find us on all major podcasting platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, basically anything you can find on our link tree, which will be linked down below for you to find things. You can find playlists too, which are really fun, so you can get to know us more through any of those links down below.
Hi, I'm Allie Fussell. I play Iraton, a paladin fighter from Port of Mar, a princess not princess that loves to have a bad attitude. She is a champion of Nylea, which is fun for her, but also at the same time really not. She wants to evade responsibility as much as possible, but doesn't necessarily have the opportunity to, given her family dynamic. She has a little companion named Alyer that is a homebrew species of a hop owl. Her favorite pastry / baked good is blueberry muffins, which is kind of like a through line. If you've watched any so far, you know that everyone fights for Ira's muffins, blueberry muffins. Favorite part of playing with this table specifically is that these are my friends. It's like people I actually care about and are actually in my life. So it's not just some fun little side project, little just game that we're playing. It's actually something that on Sundays I look forward to every week. It's worth the Monday morning exhaustion that we all feel after a good long session. The best part so far about like actually getting the episodes out has been the really random things that have just been happening across social media, whether it's most of it is on TikTok, some of it's also on YouTube in the comments section. Just the people just finding our content, getting interacting with it. The live streams, I think, are probably the most fun because we're starting to get people that are coming back week over week. So getting to interact with them consistently has been a lot of fun, and getting to share these characters that have lived in our heads and our hearts for so long. The Final After campaign, I think, is going to be pretty interesting with the things that have happened so far that have been shared. I think the way things could play out with Ira's brother going to Mar, just kind of what that's all going to look like is going to be interesting. I think it's something that, to be honest, I've put some thought into that I'm not sure that, Ira will survive this, which is equal parts exciting as it is heartbreaking. But yeah, I mean, if the world ends, the world ends, YOLO, right? For things just like in general, for like, as opposed to like just like my own character, I'm excited to see how Eliana decides to grow the Circle of the Stars with Flossidus, with her sort of being like the head of that circle now. I think seeing the character of Sable continue to grow and evolve would be nice, but I also kind of have this like underlying kind of selfish thing where I hope that like some of our favorite like NPCs and PCs maybe circle back through. I don't know, maybe GM, please. That would be fun. I don't know. We'll see though. You can find us all across social media, TikTok, Instagram, Tumblr, because that's still a thing that people use. Podcast everywhere, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube podcasts if you're like a YouTube loyalist, which I've learned is a thing. And we stream every Wednesday for the most part. If it changes, we'll tell you on our Instagram and TikTok stories. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. So we're kind of everywhere. So links to everything are down below.
Hi, my name is Caroline Dager, and I play Sable Vale. She is a grave cleric. Sable used to run a flower shop until one day she heard like a mysterious humming from her attic, and she went upstairs and she found an old tarot deck. And when she touched it, she saw this whole premonition of how she was to die. And ever since then, she's kind of become best friends with the deity that ran the deck, and that's how she communicates to her deity and everything. The thing I love the most about playing at this table is the trust. I feel like it's really a space where we can all come together and talk to each other no matter what. We're just all best friends, so we can really trust each other. Everyone brings so much heart to the table, and we can really rely on each other to tell meaningful stories together. The most fun part about Campaign 1 is hearing the people connect to our characters online. I think that is so exciting because we put so much thought and heart into them, and it's nice when we get to share that with other people and seeing them like laugh and smile or cry based on what we do. With Sable's part of the final campaign, I'm really excited to see what she actually does with her fate, if it's actually going to happen exactly how she heard it was going to happen, or how she's just going to handle what happens next, because she's grown so much and she's changed so much already just knowing the party for such a short time. So I think it would be interesting to now be on the spot and really figure out, okay, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. I'm excited for the emotional payoff that will happen at the end of the campaign, because we've built so much and we've put all this in together and everything is coming together. So it's really exciting to see how that will end up, messy or beautiful, however it is. You can find us on all major podcasting platforms, including Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, and you can follow all of our socials down below.
Hello, my name is Sarah Matlack, and I play Verity Belladonna in the campaign. Verity is a rogue Illrigger multi-class. She's sassy and stubborn, but she has a big heart, and she would do anything to protect the party. Some interesting things about Verity is she is part tiefling, part human, which is why she doesn't have the typical black around the eyes. She has her mom's human eyes, as well as she is engaged to a vampire from her hometown in Bevel. What I enjoy most about playing with this group is seeing our bond grow as friends and players through our characters, and no matter what happens, we overcome it together. My favorite part about sharing the campaign with everyone has been to see everyone's reactions and getting to relive it with you guys. What I'm looking forward to exploring more with Verity in the final arc of the campaign is discovering more of her inner courage and standing up for herself, which is going to be very exciting to see more of. What I'm looking forward to as we enter into the final arc of the campaign is seeing everyone's growth come together, as well as getting to help Ira kill her brother. You can find us on all major podcasting platforms, as well as Twitch and YouTube, as well as all of our other social medias right down below.
Hi, my name is Justin Fussell. I am the Game Master here for Off the Beaten Quest. I decided to do a homebrew setting versus just like a classic module, just because I wanted to create my own world. Utilize a lot of my directorial experience and being able to just kind of set scenes for my players, seeing what they come up with as far as improvisation and improving with them, and just being able to kind of throw some really cool, fun twists and kind of build a little fun narrative story. I enjoy playing D&D with this group just because they are my found family. They are the folks that I look forward to seeing every week. They're the folks that I go to if I have any, need a shoulder to cry on, ear to listen, and then being able to build this world with them has been such a beautiful experience, and I can't wait to keep doing that with more and more stories and more one-shots, campaigns, all that kind of stuff. I play Jax in the campaign. It's a DM NPC, but I do play a lot of the other NPCs in the game. He is a monk fighter druid. He took a small level of druid just kind of from the clan that he came from. He has a companion. His name is Cole. He is a squat, which is a squirrel bat. It's kind of a homebrew kind of combination that I came up with. And he's an all-black squirrel. So he has a lot of aspects of both a bat and a squirrel, and a massive, fun, big personality. It's a lot of fun to have a permanent NPC with the party, just because it's a good way to interact with them as their characters instead of just being the kind of storyteller and the eye in the sky. As well as sometimes if we get lost in the sauce, he can potentially push things along and get us out of the weeds. I'm looking forward to seeing kind of Jax's role in the end of the campaign and kind of how that'll intertwine with everybody into the final arc, and seeing if he makes it to the end of the final arc. It's been a lot of fun showcasing just really kind of where we've come as a story. Being able to see where we've gotten to. I do wish they would have gotten to see it from the beginning, but I think where they're seeing it now is a really great spot with the players at the table, the dynamic that we have as a group, all that stuff. I look forward to showing the group kind of as we get into the final arc of the campaign, just kind of where all this is going to build up to. Everything that we've done so far in the past 80 plus sessions is really just kind of all led and kind of interwoven to different things, and being able to show them kind of how that's all paid off and what's came from sessions and sessions ago of just the callbacks and oh man, that happened then. It's going to be really fun. You can find us on all our social medias: Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, all the places where you can find your podcasts, as well as We go live every single week on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Central on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. So definitely come hang out with us, jump in the chat. We all moderate in there so you get to hang out with the cast and kind of watch the episodes as we play them back and get to experience it live with you guys. All of our links to everything is in the description below.
All right, welcome back. Thank you guys so much. We are getting right back into session 86. All right, so you had all been recalled to the throne room of Zephon in the Crucible Crown, which is the palace name. So you are all in this room. What do you do?
Does Verity have a crown on her head?
No.
Damn it.
Who's gonna strike first?
We're not killing him.
Why not?
Because I said so.
He literally restricted my magic so easily and literally held me for so. I don't think
When
we
has
have
it stopped
chance.
you before?
Bro, Steph, we just got a one combat. We haven't even taken a nap yet. And why did we save Jax if we're just gonna choose to die here? I'm not dying here.
I'm not dying here either.
Well,
Enough.
Oh,
I imagine while that's happening, Verity's trying to slowly back.
Ira grabs her.
So have we figured out how to get Erebus gone yet or not? While we've been gone.
She asked you a question.
Roman.
You look a little bit more full of vitality than before.
Thank you. Been working out.
Got him.
Well, I brought you all here because I did figure out a way to save your mother.
Okay.
I thought you said you couldn't.
Let him talk, Verity.
I had a notion of an idea, and I tested it. And it worked.
Well, you are very efficient. We weren't even gone that long.
Yes, you have. You've been gone for 3 days.
What?
See, I haven't had a nap.
It's like, does that mean?
Also, this is the one for you guys for
Dibs.
this session.
Just kidding.
How it works.
Have you explained to the audience what you're doing?
Yeah.
So, once per session, I am going to get a d20 out of this machine here, and they get to use this d20 to add to a roll. They have to agree on who's going to get to use it for that session. But it's going to be a 9. It's a 9. So you can add 9 to whichever roll you need to use it for. You'll have to agree on what to use it for.
Do we have to agree now, or can we agree when the chance
You
comes?
agree when you want to use it.
Okay.
And then you at home can donate bits and or spend bits to have more of those used in the future.
Noise.
So, you all stand, and he gestures to he goes, "It's best if I show you rather than explain."
Okay.
And he kind of like gestures, and you hear footsteps from a connecting corridor. And the footsteps get closer and closer to this room. And your mother walks out of the hallway.
What the fuck?
And she looks
You've broken Sarah.
much more full of vitality, almost as if she looks younger.
I like how you didn't see this coming. We were all like, oh my god, it's her. And then you're like,
What the fuck?
Like a genuine surprise.
Mom?
Hello, dear.
I don't... Like, she looks between, like, both of them.
I know this may come as a bit of a shock, but, yeah, it's me.
I need a moment.
Yara goes to like console Verity. You okay?
I need a muffin.
I don't have any more.
Fuck!
Can I size up this mother to see if it seems like the same mother I saw? Like that this isn't like an illusion or like some kind of...
Sure. Go
Like
ahead and make,
manipulation
I guess, an
tactic.
insight check,
Okay.
maybe?
Okay. That's 22.
22. Yeah, I mean, there doesn't seem to be any sort of like magic or anything involved. This seems to be the woman that you saw in the home in Bevel. But again, more youthful, like colors back in her like cheeks and skin, and like she looks honestly like essentially there's like a younger, almost like more I'm gonna say like again like vibrant vitality that wasn't there before, less frail.
I'm assuming this was not because of the lavender that we gave you.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Where's Nadine?
She's in Bevel.
And she just let whoever take you?
She wasn't happy to see me at first, but I explained, and after we discussed it, she agreed to let your mother return here with me.
Cool, so if you do something, it's fine, but if I try and find something, then it's no.
Honey, you had a... Honey. Your solution was not... Honey. You held a dagger.
Wow.
You okay?
You were gonna just try to off your own mother.
That wasn't...
Can you explain, please, to your daughter what you said to your other daughter? Maybe that will give Verity some peace of mind.
I mean, she was in pain. So, I mean, don't blame you.
The Hellsplan altar in Vertanis essentially is slowed, if not reversed, by being in this environment. The heat to which her cells are burning at regulate here in Ignimortum because of the temperature. They're able to exist without decomposing or breaking down here versus the material.
So does she have to stay down here then?
I'm afraid so.
Do you want to stay down here?
And she looks at Stefan and, well, I fell in love with your father, and I don't regret a single moment of that. And if this is what's going to be able to keep me alive, then I don't see how it has any issue. And Nadine can live her life free from having to take care of me, and she can pursue whatever dreams that she sees fit. And so can you.
Does this make you the queen of hell?
And she again looks at Stefan because we haven't really discussed
And your
titles, but
Ira looks to the dad. She, pointing to Verity, she had a tiara that popped up.
What?
For a moment.
When did this happen?
When you held the trident.
Yeah.
So I don't think you would have saw that because of where you were with Jax in the river. You wouldn't have seen the part when she picked the trident up because you had already made your way to him before.
Verity touched it twice though,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because she pushed it away. Was it?
that was so you might have seen it then for the split
Yeah,
second. I think when
that's-
we did the
yeah.
perception, that was when you had saw it. But that
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. You touched the trident. You had a tiara.
Gave you like special powers.
Look, if we're here to get rid of Erebus, I don't want them to have any kind of leverage over you. So,
It never gave me a tiara, if that means anything.
no, you just had cool fire hair.
Your whole entire head was the tiara.
It was kind of scary.
You were hot to the touch.
It's pretty cool, wasn't it?
We need to buy you a new veil.
Speaking of, and he waves his hand, and the trident in your hand flies out, and he grabs it, and he kind of as he sets it on hitting it to the ground, it echoes through the chamber, and he says, "Here," and he flicks his fingers, and then this gold kind of trident sticks into the ground at your feet. This one should be more fitting, all things considered. And much like my ideals, it looks like you've begun to be forged in your truth. It's probably why you look the way you do. As I said, I could not turn you back into the former self. Only you could.
Well, I hope it did a good job. Thanks, asshole.
Roman!
That's the Roman I'm used to. Polite and also rude.
Verity, you have a question for your father.
Question.
How do I get out of my pact with insert fiend name here?
Oh, I was just gonna say
Everton?
dipshit, but
That is a name you can choose to use.
I mean, yeah. It's will getting out of the packs separate me enough where how should I phrase it? I don't go where he goes.
Well, the way I see it is now that she's here, let's do it this way. I mean, there's nothing that needs to keep her alive because she's fine. So, your pact serves no purpose. And you hear kind of from the shadows.
Yeah, the original pact.
good job. You think you're clever. Exploiting, and he's looking, Erebus is looking at Zephon, exploiting a loophole that
You managed to figure out all on your own. Took you long enough. You think I'm going to let her soul go that quickly? Or that easily, for that matter?
Maybe.
How naive.
It's called positivity.
Yeah, maybe you could just be generous. I don't know.
Or you could call it ignorance. Both seem synonymous with creatures like you, I suppose.
Oh, you're being specious now, aren't you?
She got you.
Hardly.
Wait. Sorry, I was gonna say something, then you said that, and I can't.
Sorry.
I can't find the rabbit now. The rabbit in the magician's hat. Okay. That's not very. That's me as a player.
Do you want out?
Yes, I want out.
So what is, like, the details of your pact right now as it stands? What is tying you two together if it's not your mother anymore?
What happened when I freed you?
The agreement became much more tangible. Let alone figurative.
Can you go into more detail than that?
If I must.
Yeah. You should know
You
me
were the
by
one
now.
that had the opportunity to read the contract.
What's Verity's intelligence?
It's not very.
It's like a plus.
Is that a
one.
lawnmower outside?
It
Oh,
probably won't
geez,
be
y'all.
it won't be picked up on the mics though.
No, I know. I can hear
You're
it.
good.
I have a 16 in intelligence.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
it's like a +2,
+3.
+3.
Verity's smarter than me.
When you play earlier, your neighbors mow the lawn.
That's true. Yeah. Sorry.
The sun is out.
When I was able to return from the entrapment that I was placed upon, our agreement never changed. I kept your mother alive in exchange for the souls that you are giving to me. That was our deal. And if you think I'm going to let this thwart that deal, you both have another thing to learn.
Verity throws her daggers down.
Okay.
Fuck this. I'm done playing games with you. I'm done with all of this.
As if you have a choice. Make a Constitution saving throw. First time in a long time.
It is.
Hey, Roman,
What's up?
how about we don't kill the king, but we kill the fiend?
14.
14.
Okay.
Have some fun?
He essentially kind of like waves his hands and you like kneel down and pick the daggers back up.
Are you ready?
Always.
It's so fun. Ear's gonna pull out her bow, take a shot at Erebus,
I'm gonna jump
He
Yeah.
just jumps. That's all he does.
with both hands, trying over my head.
Mm-hmm.
And who are we attacking?
Erebus.
And we're gonna attack Erebus,
Attacking.
He's just down.
right? Okay, that's great. Good job. Good job. Thanks.
Give me 2 seconds.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Huh?
What? What?
Let him cook for a second.
What?
I have a spell I could use, but I don't
Oh
know if it would
man,
work.
what? What's happening?
Aren't their lives connected?
No.
That's crazy.
They already confirmed that in the maze.
I'd also like to try and cast Blight at Erebus.
Damn.
Sarah's question was like, is this
We're so
PvP?
I am going to need both Roman and Ira to make a wisdom saving throw.
Should I too, since I'm casting Blight?
Not yet.
Natural
I'll get to you
20
yet.
plus 9.
Holy shit.
Okay.
7.
7.
Well,
He casts Charm Person on Roman.
Oh.
Okay.
So now you see. So, and this is through Verity.
Yeah.
So Verity casts this on Roman.
Thanks, man.
There's my answer.
And so now you essentially, like, when you almost like pull your attack enough to land in front of Erebus where it doesn't like affect him.
Yeah.
And you turn around back at the party.
Uh-huh.
And
Can
you
I punch
essentially
Roman in the face?
deflect the arrows that Ira
Yeah.
shot.
Damn.
And then I am going to have
If I punch him in the face, he's no longer under the charm condition, right?
You can just push him, I think. Yeah.
But it's Roman. I want to punch him.
I think Erebus has to be the one that does the damage.
Or Verity, because she casts the spell, maybe.
I will have you make a wisdom saving throw now.
Wait, this is against Charm.
Nope.
No, never mind. Natural 20!
Wow!
Nice.
Plus 9.
Elves are not here to play.
Yeah. Okay. So you succeed.
We fought literal gods.
We're fighting another one right now, baby.
Verity, go ahead and roll for an attack for me, please.
Hey, roll poorly.
Roll. I'm trying. That's why I grabbed my.
Fuck!
That's a natural 20.
Sure is.
For plus 9, 29.
Why is the
29.
table always hot
So-
at the wrong time?
So Verity misty steps behind Eliana and right in her back.
I'm conscious and everything when this happens, right?
Yeah.
Eliana, I'm sorry.
That's 40 points of damage from the Blight spell.
To Erebus?
Yeah.
So how does the blight spell like? What does it look like when you cast a spell?
So when I reach out and cast it, no, it's 30 feet. Okay. So I reach out and a blast of they're like starlight, but they're like black stars that sparkle instead as I reach out, and they almost attach and start to suck like life from the target.
So as these leave, like you, and you, Verity comes, like essentially, like hits you as the stabs you as the spell leaves, and then he snaps his fingers, and Verity and him switch places. So now you are going to take the 40 points of blight damage.
How much damage?
16 for you.
16.
Verity.
How is Verity looking after that? Because I know none of us were
Hurt.
at 100%.
Yeah.
I was at 100.
Okay. Lucky duck.
I'm half now.
We're about the same.
And then
Verity.
he says,
Okay.
"Did Did you fools think that you could outmatch me? I live in the darkness.
We'll find a way.
And he's right behind you.
Yeah.
And
Bitch.
No,
Slaps in the back of the
and
head.
he puts his hand let's see. He puts his hand on the back of your neck
I missed you step away.
and he casts Witch Bolt, which has a 60-foot range.
Okay.
That's a 22, so
Yeah,
that definitely
that'll
hits. And that's 3d12.
I don't like being able to see you pull the dice.
That's 22 lightning damage. And it essentially, it doesn't even come from him because you misty stepped away from him.
Yeah.
Verity is like shooting it out of her hands.
Fucking hell.
Guys, this sucks.
And you see like from his fingers, he's kind of like has these like shadowy like lines coming from him. And you see that they're like, it's almost like he's puppeteering Verity with his hands.
Throwback to session 56.
Yeah.
How would you just pull that number out of your butt?
Actually, it was 57 because 56 was part 2 of the Daylorn battle. Yeah.
This was literally before we started posting
Yeah.
video episodes.
This was the
56
first
before
nightmare.
we even started
Verity.
recording.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the shadows like of the strings look familiar to what Jax had coming out of the mirrors towards him? No, they're different. Okay.
No.
Mira is going to look to Dad. Like, come on, dude. You can do something? She didn't say that to him, but she looks at him kind of with that, like,
He says,
up to.
he like recognizes the look and in a sense he's like he looks at his wife or like at Verity's mom and it says and then looks back at Verity. Gods don't interfere.
Jeez.
I did my part. And then he looks at Verity. Now you need to do yours. And he kind of like waves his hand, and this like kind of like dome shield kind of comes around him and his wife, protecting him.
You really don't care at all about your daughter, do you?
Is he a god? Is it something that like Ira could perceive?
Mm.
No? Okay.
Can Sable make is there a connection between the trident making Roman feel like he's a god and now he has it?
You can make an insight check.
Okay.
But he responds to Eliana and says, she's strong enough to handle her own. It's time she proves it.
21.
21.
It's not the same. It's very much like a different, now that it's, because it was his trident to begin with. So essentially now there's like a new, there's a connection that he had kind of always had, but now has even more so now that he has the trident back.
There's nothing shameful about asking for help.
Are you saying that to Verity?
No, to fucking Dad.
Yeah, Verity.
I was about to. That's where Verity gets it from. Verity is very pissed right now. And I'd like to imagine that her, like, if she can get a deeper red, she does. And almost like her blood feels like it's boiling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And very pissed. Right as it's about to, like, feels like she's about to burst, she's going to cast Firebolt at Erebus.
Okay.
With almost like this infernal fire.
Okay.
What happens when you attack him?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Go ahead and roll for the damage.
We gonna find out together.
Well, it's an attack.
Roll for the attack.
gonna laugh if this isn't that one. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, 13.
Should we use the 9?
Use the 9.
Using it this fast. All right.
We get 1 per session.
Use the 9.
That should be the thing. The whispers.
The whispers. So you make it a 21.
21.
Therefore, it's expunged.
How poetic.
And go ahead and roll for the damage.
I'm just gonna click it. Is that okay? Can I just click it on here?
No, I want you to physically roll for it. No algorithm dice.
No algorithm dice.
I'll just roll this twice. 6 and a 5 for an 11.
11.
11.
Okay.
Anything added to that?
You can go ahead and take that off of your health.
Yay! Maybe if we.
But remember your goddamn character sheet. It's fire damage, so you take half of it.
Oh my god.
God bless. That was a test and you failed.
Am I able to do anything?
Not against them.
That was a destiny.
You are charmed for I think it's like an hour.
Against who?
So you're essentially an ally to Verity and Erebus and against the party.
It's not necessarily against us, but yeah.
But yeah.
Do I round down or up?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I
I think we've been rounding up.
Maybe I had the wrong idea.
So
Roman, maybe I had the wrong idea.
6.
Hear me out. We kill Verity. We pause her life so that we can attack him and kill him, and then we bring her back to
It's
life.
for like an hour.
It's bad that I also had that same.
It's been like 2 hours.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it has.
But if we bring her back, then maybe he comes back too.
But at least there's a shot that she can't fuck us up.
That's what I was gonna try.
Let's just all kill Verity real quick.
This is so fucked up. This is so fucked up.
It's nothing personal.
Do you have the ability or the magic power left to, like, keep her from dying? Because I don't want to go back to that maze
Yes,
and do all that again.
It's who I am. Fuck.
I'm just gonna brood in the corner for this one.
Verity, what do you want us to do?
Help me.
We do.
I think this is kind of like the Jax thing. I don't think we can do that much.
An end is always a beginning.
Do it. Do it.
Do what?
I think you have to be the one to get past this. We support the decision, but I don't think we can kill him. It, them, she.
I love this bit.
I don't want to assume. That's disrespectful.
They said they didn't care, so.
We had this discussion
Yeah.
already. I love how we do keep having it though.
You okay? I heard it hit your tooth.
Okay.
That was scary. That's how
Can I
it
make another
broke my
Constitution
tooth, so I'm
saving
like,
throw?
oh my God.
To fight it.
How can I guide you?
I got lower on there. Fuck. Okay. It's not gonna do a thing. I don't care. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and slap the shit out of him. Actually, I can't make an attack with him. Fuck.
Do you have a paper version of the contract?
Ooh.
I would like to see a legal contract, please.
There it is. We got there.
You did say it was more tangible since being freed, so.
Means all components must be tangible. Not just the
Not
ones you see
necessarily in
fit.
a literal sense.
Well, then don't use literal words.
I think Verity has a right to a lawyer.
Makes no sense. Don't use literal words.
It's not supposed to.
I should be able to have a copy of this contract.
The original copy.
Guys, do you know who you're dealing with?
No.
This guy's an asshole.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Then how do we kill him?
Verity.
If I knew, I would have. Okay.
That's helpful.
Any information is useful information.
Anything at all? Anything? Is he like allergic to chocolate or something? Are you Googling it?
That's not a thing.
What?
Maybe he's
I'm
allergic to
watching her
blueberry
screen
muffins.
to see what she
I
Googles.
guarantee.
No, because you gave me a look, and I need a.
Okay.
Y'all, I'm literally just pulling
She's
up
pulling up
Discord.
Discord.
Hello, he's allergic to blueberry muffins, and Ira magically actually does have one left.
I'm just pulling it up in case you send me something.
So-
That's all.
He like says, I don't know what good it'll do, and he kind of like puts this like contract, and it's kind of like, and it like kind of like comes out of like shadows into your hand.
Rip it up! Rip it up, Verity! Rip it up!
That's how it works.
The amount of scrambling is hilarious right now.
Can I make an? Can I make an? I guess it would be intelligence or
It'd be investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Guidance. At a
Ira would like to stand behind Verity while she reads it to see if she can see anything that would be of use.
add a 4 to that. I rolled a 4.
Do you speak Infernal?
Duh.
No, you don't. The lack of productivity when I just ask a simple
15.
question.
You sure it's not in Draconic?
No.
How much did you
Because
say to add
it's
to it?
the dragon
4?
language. Why would that
I'm
make
aware.
26.
26? Because it's in Infernal, you can understand it. Essentially, it talks about the same things as like kind of he described, where it was like keeping the mother alive in exchange to give you powers, and kind of in return you have to give him souls. Doesn't matter who, and if he decides it's from somebody specifically, you have to abide. The other stipulations of it are that you are not able to obfuscate the contract by any means. Like, you can't get out of it in some way, shape, or form by like killing your mom or ending your own life. And that now that he's freed and kind of somewhat tangible, he essentially is linked to you, and there is an attachment to your soul in like a legally binding kind of situation with this contract.
What does it say whenever she's not gonna die anymore, or if she just dies on her own? Like what? Like
Well,
what?
like his services
is
aren't
there
needed
like
anymore.
yeah?
It doesn't say anything about that.
Well, then the contract technically ends.
It's null and void.
It's null and void. It's been forfeit.
The courts might have burned down, but I know some judges.
Huh?
Port of Mar.
Womp womp.
Privilege.
Yeah. Lean into it when it's useful.
Oh, sorry, my brain's trying to work. So, no, but if I died, then that would be it. No? Not saying by my hand.
There's a clause that says if you were to fell in battle, that he would essentially take your soul and put it into another body.
Fuck.
Do you tell us that, or do
Yeah.
you just let it? Okay, so that plan
And-
will not work.
I have seen empires rise and fall.
I've seen years pass. Souls come and go. You want out of this deal, you're going to have to kill me. Your mother is alive and this deal can be voided. That's fine. But you and I are linked. And I'm not going anywhere.
Ugh.
So whether or not the contract is voided and your mother stays alive, it doesn't change the entanglement to which we are. You'll have to rip me out of your soul yourself. And a person like you has no capability of being able to do that.
Oh, shut up. Verity can do what she wants to do.
Enough. And...
Don't talk to my friends like that! Take me out.
No!
He did joke he was gonna kill me this session because I kept singing that song. I spilled coffee on my hand and my shirt.
That's what you get.
When you let I saw where you were going with that.
Crap, I can't do that. I don't have enough spell slots for it.
I'm pretty low on spell slots too.
We need to sleep, guys.
You started this.
Shut up.
That's like the third time you said that this session.
Me and Roman started this
By
together.
your thought process.
Shut up.
I need...
I put a shut up counter on this episode.
More work for you.
It's true. Never mind.
It'll be like the glass window. It's just never put in.
I put the glass window in.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was in the last episode, though. I don't remember hearing it, but if it might have missed it.
there. I remember hearing it. It was there.
Thank you.
You did the thing.
It was there.
We're dating this episode.
We are.
Okay. I'm just like 7 episodes behind on the backlog. It's fine.
Y'all
Just a girl. I'm just a girl.
Just a girl.
I'm trying my best.
Genuinely don't know what to do.
You just shushed me. What?
I can summon shadows, right? Technically through.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna look so stupid, but Verity thinks of Dawn and the red wax figurine she gave her. And Verity's gonna try and like focus on that and try and push out the negativity, the like all that darkness into this doll.
Okay. So essentially you're trying to transfer it into something.
Yeah. The shadows and all.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
No, I'm not good at
Guidance? Can
The
I
honey, no. That's an 8.
but add a 2 to that is a 10.
Halfway there.
So you do that, and it doesn't necessarily like. It's more so like you just trying to like kind of like manifest something.
Okay.
Sometimes. I've been trying real hard this past month.
I think still looking at the doll too. And again,
Working so
I don't need you for. I genuinely don't. Like, obviously she's fine. And I want to live my life without all of this. Verity's thinking back to the scale from the labyrinth.
Felt ominous.
It was a lot of them.
I know. All I saw in the corner of my eye
It
was
was his hand.
reach.
Since you're immune to being charmed,
Hey.
Eliana, it's a success.
Hey.
So
I have advantage against charm.
Mm-hmm.
you're not immune.
Right.
Okay.
Same with Ira.
So then go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw.
Not an intelligence.
It's an 11.
Do you have heroic inspiration?
No, I spent it, I
He
think.
casts mental prison on Eliana.
That's terrifying. I'm in a mental prison.
This bitch can't win. Just got out of one.
Me last month.
It finds a creature with an illusionary cell that only it perceives. On a failed save, the target takes 5d10 psychic damage, and you make the area immediately around the target space appear dangerous to it in some way. You might cause the target to perceive itself as being surrounded by fire, floating razors, or hideous maws filled with dripping teeth. Whatever form the illusion takes, the target can't see or hear anything beyond it and is restrained for the spell's duration. If the target is moved out of the illusion, makes a melee attack through it, or reaches any part of its body through it, it takes an additional, or it says the target takes 10d10 psychic damage and the spell ends. So you take 22 points of psychic damage.
Sarah, look at my shit.
No. Are you down?
He's got 2 HP in a dream.
And now you are essentially surrounded by nothingness. An entire black void expanse.
No stars.
There's nothing. No stars, no light, no nature.
Can she hear me?
No.
Hello. Our telepathy doesn't work down here. I don't
Oh.
And she's not a plant.
And your
she's a
speed is
tree.
0. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage, and saving throws affected. So you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws because you are restrained.
Mr. Erebus.
Mister.
Could I ask you a few questions?
If you must.
What if we found you someone better than Verity to attach your soul to? Stronger. Cooler.
Make a persuasion check.
Shit.
Can I guide her on this?
I can guide myself too.
Wait, do you have disadvantage still?
Mm-hmm. -4.
Because you are
Exhausted.
You have
exhausted.
2 levels of
I have
exhaustion.
2 levels of
Because that's
exhaustion.
4.
Mm-hmm.
So, so before you roll, take the exhaustion off of all of you guys. That was pretty much, I think, for the maze.
Okay.
Just as an
Okay.
FYI. I kind of like thought about that the more, and I was like, I think we did that in the maze. That's not
Yeah,
like,
we
out
did.
of the maze, yeah.
Okay. I just know that like mechanically, it's like until you rest, you have it. But like if it was based on the maze, then yeah, that makes sense. Yes.
Yes.
That's a natural one.
Yes.
He is listening to you, but doesn't believe you.
She's gonna keep trying. We have this cool monk fighter. That's trying to prove himself.
I think Ira actually flicks the sable here in the like.
She does. No.
That just
I'm gonna
proves
flick your
how
eyeball next.
strong he is. She's gonna put up a
Sable.
wall of her tarot cards between her and the table.
Slaps him down.
Creates a window.
Okay, fine. Someone else then. Ear's pretty strong.
I don't think he can
I
get
don't-
through Leah's barrier.
Yeah.
He's not like.
It's like, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, he has what he needs.
So if I die but not die, what would happen?
I've had enough of these senseless questions. And you see, he kind of like, essentially like removes the hood off of him.
No.
And this like, it essentially kind of like allows this kind of like spirit to kind of like flow out of these cloaks. And he is this amalgamation of like spiked shadows and kind of almost like a shadowed tornado that is kind of in his place, and says,
"You all are going to die here today."
No, thank you.
Can I hear any of this?
no.
I was like, I'm in my own little world.
And I'm going to walk out of here with Verity. And there's nothing that any of you can do about it.
Okay.
Just accepted. Okay.
No, that's not what that was. It was not an accepting it.
It was just funny.
What if you didn't do that? Like, what can we do to avoid death?
What if you didn't?
Didn't what? She's gonna cast Spare the Dying on herself. She's terrified. Not Spare the Dying. Death
I was
Ward.
like, I
My
don't think
bad.
that works like that, but okay.
He casts Maelstrom on you.
What is that?
It's a swirling mass of 5-foot deep water appears in a 30-foot radius centered on a point you can see within range. The point must be on the ground or in a body of water. Until the spell ends, the area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts in there must make a succeed on a strength saving throw or take 66 bludgeoning damage and be pulled 10 feet towards the center. Essentially, he's like kind of like trying to like drown you.
I can't swim.
Oh no, I forgot about that. That's so fucked up.
That's really mean.
It's almost as if he's like playing on like your fear.
Verity's gonna try and run over to Sable and pull her out of it.
Will that hurt me?
And he like
No.
you hear like a as he vanishes. Well, Sable vanishes, and then an illusory double appears in the room. and you go over to what you think is Sable, and it's just an illusion.
So Sable's not in the space.
She is, but you don't know where she is.
Make your strength saving throw.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
This is not gonna be good.
It's okay.
7. Yeah. I almost made myself roll with disadvantage because it's water.
I've done that for a character choice before. Like, it's actually kind of fun.
So what are we gonna do, bud?
25 points of bludgeoning damage.
If she hits me, will I be all right?
I think so. I think it's when
Or
you
is
take
it the other
damage.
way?
So, if somebody you see, since you're charmed,
Yeah.
only an ally that hits you will break your charm condition. So if she hits you, nothing will change.
What if she hits me?
But if Verity hits him. Hey, Verity, can you do me a favor?
Yeah?
Can you punch Roman?
Gladly.
Damn.
Oh man.
How low are you?
26.
You gonna hit back?
She's just gonna slap you,
But
bro.
he would.
How many points should I take?
Take.
As
Like-
far like 'cause she hits you,
Yeah.
I just slap
I
him.
think you do
Uh,
1
or
point of
does it-
damage.
it's like 1 point of damage. Yeah, it's nothing.
Literally.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry.
That's if I even hit you.
Oh.
Which I mean, I can roll.
Uh.
Do you let me hit you?
Yeah.
Is he back?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
So I'm gonna use lucky.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Do you have luck points?
Yeah, I have 4.
24.
There we
There
go.
you
Okay. So you break out of it.
So
go. You feeling better?
What are we gonna do?
I grab you
Okay.
and
Snap
hold
her
the
leg.
trident to your back.
Okay.
Terrified.
All right, come out.
So if she dies, he takes her. They take her soul.
And we get out. And she's freed.
Is she free? She's not freed though.
They'll just put my soul in another body.
Then it won't be latched, right?
What?
No, it will put her soul in another body, so her soul will still be bound to the contract.
Oh.
Yeah, so killing her doesn't solve the problem.
I missed that part.
Yeah, but I'll just be living in another body. I won't look like this next time you see me. If you do what you're thinking.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Hold on.
Yeah. He has a 1.
No. It's a 3.
Okay,
3?
that's better.
27 points of psychic damage, and you are incapacitated.
Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
What? What?
Raltham
What did I
Psychic
do?
Lance.
Hey, yeah. Get out of here.
You cannot take any actions, bonus actions, or reactions. You cannot speak. And your concentration is broken.
Well, all right.
What was that?
Because I know something as a player, but Verity doesn't. go back to session 0. Verity, seeing that her mother is very much well and alive, takes off her ring and throws it to her.
Okay. I have to refresh my memory. I don't remember what you're trying to do, to be quite honest, and that's my bad.
Well, one, that's the Misty Step spell. But it was also one of the, like, main, like, power sources that she gets the shadows from.
Okay.
And I was rolling to see if Verity would throw the ring or not.
Okay.
Because she doesn't know that there's that connection.
Okay. So go ahead and unattune and take that out of your inventory. Actually, I don't think it's an attunement. Just take that item out of your inventory. Erebus now stands in the center of the room and says,
You can't win. There's no hope for yourself other than to watch your friends die. And you walk out of here as mine. If you choose otherwise, you will suffer the consequences. So will they.
That's the funny little thing about hope, though, isn't it? It's just that little spark that keeps the burning going.
okay. Give me an Arcana check, please.
So, please help me out. 21.
As you say that, you
21.
a flame tiara comes across your head in between your horns, and we will do this in between sessions. You are going to change your patron as a warlock
Okay.
to be that of devoted to your father, thus changing your spells. And then that's where we're going to end for tonight, because next week, Battle Royale, folks.
I got goosebumps. I got little goosies.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Shout outs to Monument Studios at Fantasy Plus and Pocket Bard. All that great ambient music. Hope you enjoyed this session. It's a little bit of a smaller one, but next week we'll make up for that with a heavy-ass combat. And we will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.